Hey guys, today I want to talk about something really cool. I want to talk about public speaking. I know a lot of people have trouble with this, and I had a lot of trouble with it when I was younger. But now, I'm not like a pro, but I can say for the most part, I'm pretty all right. So if you want some quick tips, just keep on watching. Okay, so what are my tips? You know what? I feel like I need to go outside for this. Okay, so such a beautiful day outside. Okay, so first things first. If you're gonna have a presentation earlier or something where you have to be on stage, I've noticed that the quickest way to get like out of your head is to either do two things or to do two things separately. First thing is one, think of like the worst possible situation, the worst possible thing that can happen. You can get on stage and you can just faint or something crazy like that, right? Just keep thinking about that, and then stop and think, is it really gonna happen? The probability of that's gonna happen? No. The probability, or the biggest thing that's probably gonna happen is you're gonna get on stage and you're gonna maybe stumble over some of your words. You're going to maybe stutter a bit, maybe lose your train of thought, but you're gonna catch back. You're gonna get back with it. And so just think of that. Like, it's not gonna be that crazy. And then once you're done, you're gonna get better. And it's just gonna be a simple thing you do. Okay. And so the second part of that I really wanted to get to is that the crowd isn't against you. I know we would like to think like in this crazy world where bad things are always happening, and like movies where like crazy things happen and it's super embarrassing. The crowd is usually on your side. They usually want you to succeed. People did not invest their time to come into, like, let's say, to be your audience so that they can see you fail. What they want is, or at least the majority of people want, is to see you succeed. They came to your presentation to see you do an awesome job. And or if you're an actor or something and you're on stage, they want you to perform because they came to see you like succeed. Even if you sometimes like maybe stumble some words, the audience is usually very forgiving, and they will like let you fail a few times if you in general are trying your best. Okay, and the next thing after that, I'd like to add a good thing that I've learned over the years. When I want to try and um, get out of my own head, what I'll do is I'll kind of create a character in my head. So the person presenting this is not Rudy. The person presenting it is Rudy, the entertainer. So I'm in like my own persona. Even for YouTube, I'm on YouTube. I'm kind of a different person. I mean, I'm usually the same. I'm about this like this in real life, but I'm a little bit more uppity. I'm a little more like I don't care. In real life, I care. No, but truth is, like, get into character. So if you fail when you're in character, oh, it was your character that failed, not you. You see what I'm saying? Um, and finally, the last thing is, you already know this. Just practice. Practice, 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 practice. Whatever you're doing, if it's a speech or if you're presenting something, you want to practice. And the reason why you want to do that is that, let's say it does happen where you stumble on your words or you lose your train of thought. You at least, if you've practiced enough, you know what you're presenting to the point where if you just fail completely, you can improvise. Because worst case scenario is that you don't actually finish the presentation like exactly how you wanted, but you at least improvised it enough so that the audience can have the general idea of what it was you were presenting. Or if you're an actor, they'll understand. Cool story. Back when I was in high school, we did this play. It was an Aladdin play, and I was actually the bad guy. I don't know his name. He's like the skinny, tall, white guy, a bad guy. So, anyways, in the middle of or at the end of the play, what happened was one of the actors forgot their line, and so it wasn't actually even my fault, but I just kind of kept going with it, man. I was just flinging it, man. I was just like throwing stuff on there and like trying like my hardest, and you could tell I was trying my hardest. I was like giving it 100%. I had practiced this role, and so even though it wasn't my fault, I was still going with it. You know, I was just throwing it, and because like since I had practiced so much, I like knew what was going down in the scene. I knew what the theme of the scene was, so I was just like improvising hard, man. I was just going for it, 100%. And so eventually, you know, I just kept doing that, and luckily, the actors around me also were improvising as well. So that finally, the actor that had messed up, had forgotten their lines, were able to remember and then kind of just go with the scene. And so we went with the scene, and it was so funny because, you know, to me, I thought, man, this was so obvious. The audience, it's so obvious that the audience knew, but the audience clapped, and so at the end of at the actual play for the Aladdin play, I asked my, like, you know, my family, like, whoa, like, how was it? Was it like super obvious? And they actually thought it was probably the best part of the entire play, because it looked like we were just so, like, you know, having fun and talking and stuff. And and they thought it was part of the play, which was so funny because it wasn't. It was not. We were just talking BS. But yeah, it was just go with it, man. Like, you have to have some level of confidence. If you just think about it this way: if you have the confidence to stand up on stage or stand in front of an audience and, you know, give your spiel, you, like, the audience is gonna react to that in a positive way, because sometimes the audience member will be like, oh, I'm lucky I'm not that person because I can't do it. So like, you already have the confidence to be on front of the stage, so just believe in yourself. If you practice, if you have the confidence to stand in front of the stage, and just a little bit of believing in yourself, you got it, man. Like, you got it. So just believe in yourself. That's the last note I want to give this. Believe in yourself and practice, and you're gonna succeed. Even if you mess up a little bit, as long as you get 90% of your 80 to 90% of your your presentation, you're good. So that's all I want to leave it with. Public speaking. Hit me up if you want to know anything else, or if you have any questions, or leave them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget and don't forget to subscribe.